Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? Street Trading coming at you here with another trade lesson video for everybody looking at a 15-minute chart of PENN, Penn National Gaming Incorporated Consumer Cyclical Sector. Let's get right into it. So obviously technical beauty. You see what's cooking here. What's been cooking throughout the second half of August. We had this going into our weekly trade watch list for this short week's session. Talked about it in great detail on our weekly trade watch list video. Like we always talk about, we set our alerts and then we wait. Could be early as far as our game plan. Could crack off first session, crack off middle week session, or at the end, or it doesn't crack off at all, and then we're just completely wrong and we scrap it. Big deal. So this thing obviously wasn't really interested pre-market, but we obviously had our level set and alerts on our charts. So when the alerts came off, put it on watch, and going into that earlier part of the session, it was sloppy. It was a sloppy session, sloppy morning for it. So it didn't really catch our attention despite the fact that our alerts went off. And that's the key. You know, you want to focus on securities off your list that are clean, that are trading clean. We understand the ORBs obviously sometimes whipsaw around and you know, kind of shake out the orders. Great. But things got to settle down. So there's always ways to cut down on that list, cut down the focus heading into whatever time period you feel comfortable about putting on positions. There's a specific time that we get involved. Very rarely do we get involved at the bell. Just not our thing. And when we start to you know, get ready to put on positions, if we're seeing things, there's certain things that we need to see that are required for us to put on positions, despite the fact that levels are there. So long story short, our alert went off, and it was still, timing was right, but we just didn't like on a technical standpoint. Okay, so still put it on watch, but it just didn't give us what we wanted. Obviously took a step back, had it on one of our screens. Alert went off again a little bit later in the session, and it looked much better for us. So therefore we started to build in, taking, you know, little chunks at a time. Nice little scale in. Worked out very, very nicely for us. Had to be patient with this one, and that's it. Sometimes you're early, sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're spot on, right? So, but more times than not, when you get into a position and the trade ends up working very, very well for you, that position usually works out pretty quickly. You're pretty much in the money pretty quickly. Your best trades are usually the ones that work pretty quickly, so keep that in mind. Anyway, going on here, let's get into how we trade this thing, where we traded, why we traded, all that good stuff. Let's talk about how we scaled in, scaled out, talk about the management of the position, the levels, and all that good stuff, guys. Let's get down to business.